Kia ora tātou, welcome back. We are at the Turbo Touch Secondary Schools Champs here in Trust Arena, Auckland. And we are down to the business end. Man, this day has gone fast, just like the action on the courts. It has been non-stop, but we're in the business end. We're down to the mixed final about to come in. I'm your commentator, Grant Robertson, and alongside me is Jean Marsh. We've been amazed at what has been going on all through the 6 courts here, over 30 teams, but we're getting down to the business. Howick College playing Manurewa in the mixed final. Jean, what do you reckon?
Oh, some great semi-finals, both teams coming in. Howick winning their semi-final 7-2 over Mount Roskill, and Manurewa doing the same with their semi-final, winning 9-4 over Massey High. So convinced all semi-final winners here, looking to go back-to-back and straight into their final, Grant.
Awesome, and we're just about ready to set go here. You'll see the rules coming through. Should know them by now if you've been watching the whole way. Tap ball to start and restart. Pass any way you want except for kicks. Can't do the kicks. 2 touches for each team when you've got possession of it. Here is the active zone. This is where they're all trying to get those dot downs. Must be open after 2 passes. And we have about to start. Manurewa look like they've got the tap off. It'll be 8 minutes. Half-time break, second half 8 minutes, and then we'll see where we sit there. If we need to go to drop-off, we'll talk to that in a moment. As Manurewa just looking for some space. Got the pop on, all ball is down. Howick look to capitalise here. Got an early chance. Everyone looking a little bit strategy here, a little bit more controlled, trying to create time. Nice interplay, it's open. Looking good. Good defence, Manurewa. They'll be looking to quickly get out of here. Flick on, it's 1 touch. Need to create something off this one. Howick looking good defence. Nice flick on. Great option there, Jean.
Absolutely. Good ball movement early from Manurewa, so Howick will look to turn around and put some pressure on an attack. They've got a lot of stars in this Howick team. A lot of touch players, the current New Zealand schools touch champions, this mixed team, so they've got a lot of talent here out on the touch field, and then translating that over to turbo touch. It'll be interesting to see how they go on this final.
Yes, I do see over there Mark Hodson, well-renowned touch coach, and he's plying his trade in the turbo touch with the school as well, so no doubt he's a strategist. He'll have Howick well run. They look very good. Manurewa, good flare, flick on, second touch, so they'll turn that over. Just going back to back here. Who's going to crumble first? Howick looking to get some good position. Nice interplay. Time on the ball. Good flick through. Just misses that pass.
Both teams doing a quite man-on-man defence there, Grant. So they're working really hard trying to break through the first defender. So it will be first one to crumble, I guess, in that defending policy that they're utilising.
Yes, definitely different when it gets to finals time, isn't it? We've seen like tries go here, there and everywhere, every 10 seconds pretty much. A little bit more defensive pressure on these teams. It's tight at the top. Got Howick College looking to clear. Good defence by Manurewa. The flick on, create space. Opportunity, good follow through to touch there. They've got 1 touch up their sleeve here. Good defence, a little flick through. Nice touch, good following defence by Manurewa. That was well shut down.
Great defence. Again, that man-on-man style, Howick is struggling to break through that one-on-one pressure there. So once they get a little bit more room to move, it should open up a little bit. Manurewa doing a great job defensively. The ball has spent a lot of time down in Howick's attacking zone, so they're putting a lot of high pressure on this Manurewa team. We'll see who's going to be first to crack in our final, Grant.
Yeah, interesting how it hasn't put anyone, doesn't seem to put anyone behind the active zone. A couple of players just looking to switch across now. Something I've picked up during this day, just seeing where the teams position themselves. Good cover defence by Howick.
Great touch.
Manurewa got the touch up their sleeve. 1 pass, looking at the second pass. It'll be open now. Good touch defence. That's a handover. Well done there.
Awesome defence from Howick there. Great pressure. Both teams. Oh, great little pass over the top there. Looks to be cleared. Henry's clearing that try. First touchdown to Howick College.
Yes. Great flick on pass there. just broke that once, and Manurewa now looking a little bit of attack down the sidelines.
We've talked about all day too, Grant, how quick it is to score a touchdown. So within the 5 to 20 seconds mark, Manurewa could have a reply, but it's a great icebreaker for the Howick team. Could find themselves back on the feet. Great one-on-one agility there by Manurewa, following through with a tip-off and controlled. Unfortunately, we have a touch and pass called there by a referee.
Yeah, great honesty. The player did call out that touch. Henry picked it up quick and gives Howick the ball. They've had the one touchdown. They'll be looking to score off here.
Great footwork here.
Good
agility,
footwork.
pace, speed of the ball. But then again, followed up with some great defence from Manurewa.
Running so fast, he's blown his
Oh,
shoe off.
there we
Number
go.
11 needs a quick tactical sub.
Even the shoes can't stay on in this game.
Yeah, and that was one player I was keen to watch in this final. I watched him in the semi, and he was pretty much controlling the playmaker position and setting everything up for Howick. So they'll want him to work out how to tie his shoelaces and get that shoe back on very quickly, I'm sure. But at the moment, Howick in a good position, working around the active zone. Two players in behind the active zone. Bit of speed and space creates the option.
Great defence.
Good covered defence.
Absolutely. She took her man and was able to reach out and attack their attacker as well. So great touch there from Manurewa.
Nice defensive pressure. The flick on will work
Great
here
flick
nicely.
on.
Opens up. Should dot in. And Manurewa hit back. That was a nice interchange.
Very nice little change up there. Got caught with the defender behind the ball. So it takes our score to 1 apiece there, Grant.
As we see on the SAS Sport replay, nice flick on. Creates that space. Defence is holding to their man position. So that's the thing with man defence. Once you've broken it, it's very hard to get it back. Howick now looking to reply. It's 1-1. 2 minutes 25 until the halftime break. So in the finals we do halves all through the day. It's been a 15-minute non-stop, so we'll get a chance for a breather as well, Gene. That's how it looked to try and capitalise in this last 2 minutes.
And again, the defence from Manurewa has been very strong. They're quite aggressive in their man-on-man defensive policies, and it's really confusing Howick with not enough space for them to run around as they did in their semi-final.
Yes, coaches are certainly earning their money today, I'm sure, and the players have
Great flick on.
adapted so well in this day. Some of these teams that we've been seeing here haven't played the game before. Some have played a little bit, but the expertise that's been showing around the passing, the vision, great pass there,
Yes.
right into the active zone. Couldn't quite control, but that was
Oh.
outstanding. Pressure and straight defence pressure turns it over again.
Little bit of a
Manurewa.
rush pass there from Howick College. So Manurewa in a perfect scoring opportunity just before halftime. They'll look to seal in a touchdown here to get some comfort between the both of them. Great flick on there. Then put down. Look nice and clean from this end, Grant.
That skill set is awesome. We better see that on the replay.
Got Howick looking here to restart.
Here we see on Sky Sport Next replay, just called the end, that flick on by the Manurewa player. She has the skills and the vision to create that. As Howick comes straight back, little interplay, couldn't quite get the pass to hand. They're almost right back at it with just under a minute to play till halftime break. Manurewa looking to capitalise. Good play, gets the play on, one touchdown. Looking to release the ball, couldn't quite do it.
It's a great tactic that Manurewa are using. They're looking to catch and release straight away. So every time they're getting thrown a ball, they're looking to release to the next player. So it's working for them at the moment. And that's we're calling an offside call there from Manurewa. So Howick get a good opportunity. 25 seconds to go to equal up in this first half. Look to go big. Great hands there. Flick over the back. She catches. Oh, is she in?
Yes, referee says yes, ball down first.
Yep, we cleared that.
That's a great play.
Work. That's two apiece with 8 seconds to go. Well done.
Manurewa get this possible last chance as the time runs down. Little flick on, one touch. That was the second. Well done. And halftime hooter means a break for us all. That was fantastic. So 2-2, probably what we expected to see. These two teams really tight, really challenge each other. But what an awesome game that we're seeing here at the moment, Jean?
I'm loving the defensive style of the Manurewa team that we've got up in here, Grant. They're very, very man-on-man defence focused, but they're nice and clean. They're making sure they hold back their 2 metres and wait their 2 seconds before they approach the attacker. So it's great defensive policies that Manurewa have installed. Hauaka are a great attacking team. They have a lot of footwork, flair, natural ability there to play, so they're going to be able to break some tired bodies down when it comes towards the end of the second half.
As we see on the replay there, absolute bullet pass by the Manurewa player. She has got a bullet. I'm sure she'll be tagged for later opportunities and couldn't quite get it in, but that's how tight it is. It'll come down to what the coaches have got. Nice and composed down there by the looks of things. Both coaches just giving their players a little bit of insight, a few tips and tricks for this next 8 minutes. Now, if we get to the end of the second half and it's still tied up, we go to drop-off. Now, the drop-off rulings for Turbo Touch, we have 1 minute of open play. If at the end of that time both teams are still tied up, we'll go to a golden point. So whoever scores after that point. So,
yes. So that's a whole lot of running around there.
Hopefully, now that I've told everyone, it won't happen, because normally if we don't talk about it, it does happen and then we scramble a little bit. So hopefully we've got it. We're just about to tap off second half. Howard College have the tap off. Jean, what are you expecting here?
Again, some of the same as you see the setup just now with Manurewa getting quite close man on man defensively, so there isn't much room space wise for Howick. What they'd have to do now is utilise what the strengths that Boston Franklin with the ball has, and it's his ability and his ability to beat someone one-on-one, his footwork and his agility to do so. So he's going to use pace just to start off with a quick little pass out to clearance and a great intercept there from Manurewa. So they start at 0 touches. And again, they're always looking for that extra push-off, Grant.
Yeah, and that is how to break that man-on-man defence from what I've seen today, is the flick-ons, creates gap, creates space, just like that.
Oh my
I love when
goodness,
that comes to fruition.
Howick are just giving them a little bit too much room, and they're being able to flick off and pass again. So once they get closer on that one-on-one defence, that will be a little bit tighter. But great attack there from Manurewa. The flick back in to the runner, and then a touchdown in the corner there.
Yeah, as we see, good man-on-man defence there again. Gets the turnover from Manurewa. They're come out nice and strong here. Get a one-touch, looking for their players to get some space. Bit of footwork. Looking for their players. The tip-on will come through here. Nice speed getting away. Defender chases them down. Excellent defence.
Awesome defence. And again, Manurewa just utilising that flick on as much as they can. They're always a step ahead when they're passing the ball. And that one there, just not quite a flick on pass there, Grant. That was more of a catch and then a release. So we're looking for an uncontrolled catch maybe. And then that will motion a flick on pass.
Yeah, that's right. All the creative space in the corner, Manurewa. Only the first pass, so the active zone wasn't open. Good recognition by the players, and just went out of court. So Howard, we're looking to capitalise here. Get space up to that active zone. Good footwork. Create space. Tip on. Probably could have taken that touch there. I think they created that opportunity and put a bit of pressure on the active zone. But here we are, Manurewa creating space, getting gap. Calling some forward.
Get out of this zone as quick as they can. And again, trying to beat one-on-one. So that's what's working for them at the moment. That's only... I don't think he passed that one there, Grant. So it was a straight tap and then into scoring zone.
It was.
Remembering you have to pass twice before your zone is active. It's so fast. It's going from one end to the other end that I'm trying to keep up and explain what's happening going on. And I'm missing it in a heartbeat.
But you were bang on there. He did. He tapped it and he played around for such a long time. He probably thought it had been 2 passes. Sprinted down the sideline. Had a great goosey.
Great
and
touch.
Opened it up. That's how it get an opportunity here. Looking for the interplay. Tip on. It'll be a 0 recount.
Yep.
Looks to flick in. Still a carry on. It's intercept and a try.
That was intercept and ball down. Great
recognition.
skill there by Boston Franklin. And he recognised that was open straight away, straight up, and an intercept occurs. Your zone is active, so he intercepted that one straight away and was sliding into the active zone. Well done, Boston.
That'll go on the highlights. I don't think there's been too many dives here. Probably don't want to dive too much. Manurewa, one touch, doesn't count. go on the attack. That's the one touch. They'll be looking to create opportunities here.
Always looking for a pass off, so
and the flick
always
on.
Good work.
Ooh.
Unlucky. Good pressure there from Howard College there, Grant.
Nice work there, nice work there. They get the turnover. See what they can come up with. One touch used up there. Weren't quite set, I think. Now they'll look for the... Oh, stepped in there. Touch and pass. Well picked up. Henry Labashanye, one of our officials here in the mixed final, as we've got it 3-2 to Howick at the moment. 4 minutes 20 to go. And we see Howick get the opportunity. Oh, that looked good. He was flicking it on into the corner.
Yeah, he was playing ahead, and our number 11 from Howick was assuming he was going to take the touch. And again, that tap on from Manirewa is working a treat for them. Great skill. Unlucky just to finish off in the end there. But great skills from the Manirewa school.
Oh, outstanding skills. This is putting on a show at the moment. The space, the vision that they've got is outstanding. Howick just trying to get through. They've broken that. That's good opportunity. Looking for the pass. Change over there.
Defender was right on his tail there, so that's great work from Manirewa.
Nice
and
work,
they've got the girls
footwork.
working with each other, chasing everyone down, flicking off, always looking for that extra and tip on. So I'm really liking the Manirewa's attacking style. They're always looking for what's next.
Yeah, it's showing great energy here, which is obviously working well for them.
Great pass.
Ooh. That's good. One of those came off for that number 11 from Howick. Not sure of his name at the moment, but he came off in the semi-final with one of those, so it's not the first time we've seen that. But Manirewa now get a chance, showing good energy, bringing it back, looking to use the footwork and the passes. Gets caught up there, maybe a touch in from Howick. Yes.
Yep, I think she's calling
Great
back
refereeing
to
from Sky. Yep.
Howick back on defence. Manirewa looked to head down again with the options of a pass and a give, and he set himself up. Well done. Great work, number 12, Manirewa. Set himself up quite early for that one, a quick release and then a run into space, which allowed him to... And he's done a tip.
No, and referee is just explaining that's a safe zone. So where he's tapped that, they can't come through for a 5-second call, just rushed it through so they get the recount to start again on that. Just picked up that rule in the break.
We've got it at 3-all on our scoreboard here, Grant, and I'm not too sure if that's... Oh, great hands, great skill. I'm not too sure if that's 3-all or if we're 4-3 to someone. But it's so fast, it's 2 minutes to go.
Just check up, we'll get that clarified. They're just checking in with the officials.
I think we've got it at 4-3 to Manirewa with 1 minute 50 to go. And Manirewa on the ball, so a great scoring opportunity for Manirewa now.
Yeah, this is crucial, this one. If they can capitalise here, look in the space, bringing the defence out.
Now it's Howick ball. Plenty of time for Howick to get back to equals, and we could be going to the old drop-off that you talked about, Grant, so thank you for explaining the rules for us in that piece.
We could be, however, we know a minute 20 has plenty of touchdown opportunities in Turbo Touch. So we're just a few tactical subs coming on through Howick. Quick changes over. Looks like Manirewa will have the ball. Tap on there. Look into space, bit of footwork. A flick on. He's from play on. Great touch defence from the Howick College girl.
There's one way to touch someone that's get right in the way.
Yep.
Great touch there from Howick. Still 53 seconds to go. Manirewa 1 up. Not too sure if Howick are aware of the score because they seem to be...
Good defence. Once again, nice and tight. Man-on-man defence there. Need to look to get some space. Maybe
Boston
a little bit of footwork.
For a quick tap here to get some clearance out of there.
Needs to flick on or they'll get caught. Great defence, Manirewa. Coming down, closing in on final 20 seconds or so here. Manirewa controlling the ball. Quick tap on, that's the one touch.
Yep, and that's incorrect tap there, so didn't release the ball, pretty much just put the ball onto the foot. In Turbo Touch, you must release the ball, so this will be Howick's opportunity to score. She does a little fakey over to Boston and nearly gets through there, but gets caught. One more touch left for Howick with 6 seconds remaining. Let's see what they can conquer up here. The little back unlucky.
Flip. Offside call. Henry Labashanye picks one up down in the active zone.
So this could be, we're up at time on our on our clock here, Grant, and if it's Howick ball, they'll be just looking to score off this opportunity now. So a simple flick back, and they do it, and they get it.
I pulled it out of the bag. There's a gentleman.
What a way to bring it home. Good
We'll
work there. Boston kind of played that quite early. He knew that they needed one down in that attacking zone, and he did all the work to make sure it was fed back to him and get that ball down to ground. So what a finish from Howick College to come back against Manurewa, who have played outstanding the whole game, but to take us into a drop-off, Grant, what an exciting start to our finals.
It's awesome. It's no wonder we're standing on our feet, Gene. This is exceptional stuff. It's been so tight. Referees are just conferring with the coaches to let them know what's going on. It'll be a 1 minute time, and then if they're still tied up at that time, it'll be going into golden point. And we know within 1 minute there's plenty of opportunity for tries to be scored in this. So
absolutely, there could be a try fest in that minute, so it's going to be interesting to see what coaches put out there, if they're going to put out some attackers or if they're going to put out some one-on-one defenders. And I think both teams have the luxury of putting out both in the five that they choose to field in this minute. Again, there is still changing substitutions during a drop-off, Grant?
Yep, so it's just exactly the same, so they can interchange as they please. Looks like Howick, as they were first to tap off, they'll get the start point.
It's Boston there with the ball, looking to feed off and receive back. Jumps away, used his agility to get free. They've still got one touch up their sleeve, so they're in good field court position at the moment now. So with one touch up their sleeve, they're going to try and look to utilise someone at the back there. See the ball getting thrown low, so it's more just a catch and drop into attacking zone. But Manurewa back on attack with this number 12. He's been amazing this whole game, Grant. Number 12 from Manurewa. There's a set there from number 10 in Howick. So that's 0 touches there. They still get to keep the 2. Perfect position to be attacking in a drop-off, especially with 20 seconds left to go. So if they can put something on the board here, they might be able to seal it. But great defence there by Manurewa, and I think he should have just taken the touch on that one. They had another touch off their sleeve, but that's what finals does to you, Grant?
I love pressure. Pressure brings out the best in us, and does. They had that opportunity, probably they could have sealed it. Manurewa get the last chance. Let's see the razzle-dazzle here, a bit of footwork, looking for the long, the flick on, touch is made.
Now is it straight into golden point from here, Grant? Do they have a rest period, or are we moving straight into it?
It's straight in, so from that touch, they've had their one touch, so it's played straight on, needs to release. Couldn't quite get there, touch and pass is called.
Touch and pass there by Henry.
And I've got to give big props to these referees.
Absolutely.
They have been on the ball all day, non-stop, and they are still at their absolute best, just like the players in the final. And we have Howick opportunity, just goes down. Now Manurewa, it's just back and forth. Who's going to break? Who can get that one opportunity?
I think number 12 for Manurewa has been kind of a highlight in their group. And again, the flick on from even the ladies in the Manurewa team has been amazing. Utilising their skill to keep an eye on number 12. He's got a... there we go.
Ball is down. Great pass.
Touchdown there.
Manurewa into the deer. Good little aerial. Finish it off in style. Manurewa come up with the goods.
Manurewa 5 beating Howick in a drop-off 4. What a great way to end the mixed Turbo Touch Nationals for 2021. Having a look here, Grant. The flick back there. She's siding. She's looking around. Who's she going to find?
The bullet pass.
Great pass over the top. He clears it. Ball down over the active zone.
All right, and up next we have Tamaki College versus James Cook High. We'll be back with all the action in 1 minute. Stay tuned.
Ina iwi, ina mana, ina reo, ina koutou, tēnā koutou katoa, nau mai, haere mai, e te wā. Everybody out there, welcome to the 2021 Turbo Touch Nationals, and what a Nationals we've had. We've gone through the rounds, we're down to the business end, and I have lost my voice from a scintillating semi-final and final in the mixed division, but none other and due now is the Open Women's Division for secondary schools. And as we find out, we're just getting the scores confirmed and everything to go through to the finals. We just finished off a semi-finals drop-off between Howick and Manurewa, and what a game that was. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. I'm George Yonke, joining you in the commentary box, and also with me is Mr. Touch NZ, Grant Robinson.
Hey Georgie, yeah, I'm just had to step out for a few seconds there, calling out that last one into a drop-off. Man, the intensity is up, the energy is up. These players are having a ball, as are the referees out there, and that's no pun intended. But we are about to settle into this girls' final, just doing the toss on court there. And what we see, Georgie, and these teams getting into here?
Yeah, it's been a great one all the way through, and as we caught it earlier on with Jean Marsh, we do have James Cook making it through to the final, taking on Tamaki. And these guys came from the same pool, battled it out in the rounds, won their semis, and here they are in the grand final. And in the earlier rounds, when James Cook took on Tamaki, the score was 5-7 to Tamaki. So we're going to have a blinder today. And the clock is on, and we're ready for action with our first tap-off. From right to left on your screen, you'll see Tamaki with the ball. Quick early play with two passes, getting it into play. Nice quick tap on. Referee likes that one. Open space. And there we have it, the first touchdown of the game to Tamaki.
Yeah, great understanding and awareness there for the players to carry on. Referees were great, talking and communicating to them, and just a shout out to them. So Harley Wall and Anthea Katapa officiating in the girls' final here, and they are right at the peak of their game as well, just like these players for the final. Quick play on for Tamaki. Ball not quite to ground, but playing with all of the speed and tenacity at the moment, Tamaki College.
Yeah, great start. Transition's been beautiful for them so far. They've almost had a second one. They got off their first one, turning the ball over quickly, and look at this, movement straight away. One pass, looking for the second one, down to the back corner. Nice placement. Foot on either side of the active zone, scoring the second one for Tamaki.
That was outstanding vision, Georgie. We could kind of see it because we're looking down on the court, but when you're at ground level, to throw that pass into the corner with players in between was outstanding. So Tamaki College getting up here 2-0 early on.
Nice turn of pace there by number 11, bolstering down the field with a quick pass over, ball to ground. Oh, nicely pressed, but I think the referee's got it as one pass. Just folks, remember we need to do two passes before that zone becomes active.
Yeah, good play on here, Tamaki. That's their second touch, so almost right down to their active zone. We'll give James Cook the opportunity now. One touch back there was deemed to be the 2 metres or the 2 seconds, which we know are the rules defensively. So James Cook looking to now work through different, not quite as tight man-on-man defence on this one, Georgie, as what we saw in the mixed final.
Yeah, it's been a long day. It's been some great battles, and I'm sure that semi-final and the game early against each other would have took a lot out of them. But Tamaki have come to play, and they've started with the jingers like a bull in a china shop, mate. This has been awesome.
Absolutely, they're coming to play. James Cook just needs to get a little bit of time here, create the opportunities and get down. They've been under the pump a little bit. Now, nice spacing, a little bit of opportunity here, footwork to go. Good defence from Tamaki, though. That'll be the turnover and gives them that opportunity.
We're testing the referee there with a slow handover. Pass one, looking for two. Two's good, defensive players there. Referee calls an offside position there by Tamaki. James Cook with ball. One pass. Looks up, eyes up, two passes. They're into some space, looking down the court. Dummy goes herself.
Oh, I think she lost it at the final hurdle there. She had it all in front of her. I think she was trying to decide whether to pass the dummy pass, which you're well renowned for, Georgie, or the score yourself. Just lost it.
I think half of that, the dummy, is probably what I'm renowned for. But this time, here we go. James Cook, 2 passes open. Playing the mid-court. Border ground, good pressure there by Tamaki. Not giving them much room other than 2 metres at the first tap. Beautiful pass over the top. Lots of movement. Nothing gets past Harley Walls. He sees it all.
Absolutely great position there by Harley, and he is right there, right here again. Going to clear that one. Touchdown, James Cook. So they will just eat into that little bit of lead from Tamaki College. So that's nice. They'll be happy with that one and settle in here as we've got about 3 minutes to half time. But Tamaki on the go, into the corner. Referee gives us the wave. That's dot down. And as we know in this game, you can hit straight back within 5-10 seconds like they did just there.
Yeah, beautiful. Both players outstretched there, but Tamaki just slightly outstretched further to get the touchdown on that one. James Cook back in this game, 4-1, over the top pass. Nice footwork. Touch number 1. Still 1 move to go. Looks back to the midcourt up top. Plays the top. Ooh, looked to pass before the catch was received. Tamaki with a quick transition. Nice tight defense there. James Cook, there's 1 pass. 2 pass. Nice movement. You would have thought this was their first game of the day. They've got so much energy to burn.
Great energy and great skill set, and the vision that you're seeing from these players just all around the court to be able to offload and then get in a position again rather than thinking their job's done. At this level, that's why we're seeing these 2 teams in the final. They are putting it on display here. Second touch made by Tamaki, so they'll get the turnover. Leading in 2 minutes, looking for the long ball. Here we go. 2 passes were in, that opens the active zone, and Tamaki go ahead again.
Oh, great work there by Tamaki. It's the Tamaki corner there, the right-hand corner there. It's a couple down there. Got to watch that space. James Cook moving the ball. Touch number 2. Doesn't look like any sign of Tamaki slowing down at the moment. If there's ever a half to be happy with as a coach, this will be it. Here comes Tamaki with tighter defense this time. Getting the turnover. Oh. Yeah, a little bit keen there, the Tamaki defender coming in with the 2 metre radius before the 2 seconds was over.
Yeah. Just that little bit of excitedness, isn't it, George? In the final, you want to creep in, make that touch as quick as possible, but excellent officiating there. Tamaki back on, looking to flick on. An offside call there with Harley Wall. Starting to pick up on these calls. James Cook will have an opportunity, a minute to go till half time, so they'll be looking to try and secure another dot down here. Good speed, good evasion. First touch, gets opportunity, looks to a flick on. Second touch. Good intent there, Georgie.
Yeah, as fast as they were going to try and catch them off guard, the defense was right there. Here we go, here's a good quick transition. 1 pass, 2 passes, 3 to the corner. Referee has a look. Calls a handover. Looks like it may have been a touch and pass.
Yeah, I think that's right. Tamaki very lucky there because that was looking 1, 2, 3 dot down for James Cook. Looking to play on now. Got 1 touch. Looking for the quarterback throw once again. Goes down the sideline. Great footwork. Releases. Still play on. It's open. Harley Wall. No. Touch and pass. Great eyesight by Harley. He's in such good position out there. Strong on his whistle as ever. With just about to go half time. And we do. So we roll into half time and we have Tamaki College up 5-1. Pretty exceptional first half there, Georgie.
Yeah, if you were Tamaki, you'll be happy with that as a coach. They come out of the blocks firing, just intensity was right there. Every ball they were on, transition, straight away getting upon the ball and moving it. The movement between the team was great. Defense within 2 metres, or just outside the 2 metres, and then pouncing onto James Cook. James Cook came back into that game sort of the middle of that half and got a sniff of it, but then Tamaki just went another level again.
Yeah, they would. So in their huddles at the moment, both coaches just giving a little bit of direction. I think for Tamaki, just sticking to what they're doing. I think they're really in a good space at the moment, so they'll want to keep their energy up. Hopefully they haven't used that all up in the first half. James Cook just settling into a little bit more structure around that defence to try and stop those tries coming through and give them an opportunity there. What do you think we're going to see through the second half, Georgie?
Yeah, if anything's going to change, James Cook needs to really come to the party with some intensity. I think they're just a little bit shy in this game. It's finals time. You just got to put everything out there. You got to move. You got to shake them. You got to get quick transitions because every chance is a chance. And if they pick it up, we're going to see a different half this half. And when it comes to Tamaki, they're doing everything right. If they can maintain that speed and intensity, they should win this game by 5 points. But if James Cook comes to the party, we could have a nail-biter.
Yeah, and camera just missed that one, but Tamaki obviously relaxed. They're sitting there having a little dance, a little kani on the sideline, so they're looking nice and relaxed. What I love to see, and we've seen especially through this game in the girls, is the skill set in their passing, and not just the traditional sort of touch pass, rugby pass, but we saw a couple of quarterback throws reminiscent of the NFL. We've seen a couple of behind the backs. We've seen great flick-ons. Skill set in this game, Georgie. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, just outstanding on here, right?
Yeah, I like how you said that, where you're from. It doesn't matter what sport you're from. You can bring some of that skill set here and put it on show and add to the flavour and the vibe of this event. It's good. And leading into this, let's pay homage to the teams that were in the semi-finals. Kaipara took on James Cook, and the score was 10-4. So James Cook took that one, and the other semi was Tamaki taking on Aorere with a 6-5 scoreline. So Aorere, very unlucky not to be here, and this is the start that we needed from James Cook. They're back in the action, scoring the first dot down in the first minute here, taking the scoreline to 2-5.
Yeah, great energy shown by James Cook. That's how they needed to come out and play on, and came up with the goods for that one. Now they've had that turnover, good defensive pressure there, so obviously listen to the coach, got a little bit of enthusiasm, they're ready to go, and they're starting to up the ante here, Georgie.
Talking about up the ante, there was another opportunity there. If that ball went to hand, that would have been another touchdown within 10 seconds. Here we go, James Cook not quite hitting the mark. It's hitting the floor a couple of times now. So here we go, James Cook with ball in hand, one pass. Two passes, opens it up, ready to score. Nice touch there, 41 with the ball in hand.
Good, right opportunity, looking for that pass and then running into space for the flick on. Didn't quite come to fruition though. Tamaki might have been a little flustered by the start, so they'll be looking to settle in now, get back to what they were doing. One touch there, looking for one pass. Good, second touch on that one, so that'll be a turnover. Great work by James Cook on their defence.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where they touched it and it could have been a recount, so the interesting to see what actually happened there, because the coach is asking a question of the referee. They're calling it pretty good this game so far. Here we go. James Cook with another opportunity, trying to keep those toes off the line. But trying to do that, it's hard to get the ball at the same time. Here we go.
Good covered defence by James Cook. We're right on their player there, looking to bust through. There's a little bit of space, looking for the second pass. It goes through. Referee has called touch and pass. Back up there, both referees in great position. James Cook get out of jail on that one, and here we go. Holding, one touch, a recount called, so opportunity here. That's one touch from the recount. Eagle eyes by Harley Wall, pick that one up. James Cook get an opportunity. In the active zone, it's open, but great defence by Tamaki. Running down the sideline, pace down the sideline, look out. We should be open now, looking to convert. Offside player from James Cook by the looks of things in the referee's call. Am I right, Georgie?
Yeah, Tamaki looked like they had the legs on that one, so James Cook, defender, took the shortcut through the active zone. He pays the price, gives Tamaki another opportunity, and they capitalise this time, taking the score to 6-2. James Cook has started well in the second half. Let's see if they can keep this up.
Yeah. Very good initial pass right into the corner, tiptoeing on the sideline, had to throw it in before they overbalanced. Gave Tamaki the opportunity, which they have given up now. James Cook get it back. We're about halfway through the second half. Score is 6-2 still to Tamaki, so comfortable at the moment, but we know that can change within a matter of seconds, Georgie.
Sure can, and here's that movement there, and talking about seconds, It must have been 1 second since you mentioned that, and touchdown to James Cook. We have a game on our hands. 3 touchdowns to 6.
Here we are, sitting in behind the active zone, looking for the flick on. Gets it. Good defence, though. That's a 1 touch. Second one, we'll be looking for an early quick pass. The quarterback in play, that's one. We are looking for the open. Good defensive pressure tracking along there from the number 16 from James Cook.
Yeah, nice man-on-man defence to nullify that scoring opportunity. Nice footwork here by number 1. Equally answered by number 10.
Ooh, yeah, just got caught up.
The referee's happy with the defence there. Your turn, mate. Your turn.
Just got caught up like we did up here, Georgie, in the defence. Under pressure in the final.
Touche.
But now seeing a 3-on-2. We should be able to capitalise in here. Footwork. Breaks down the sideline. Dummy. Oh, dive. How about that? It's all on in the final, Georgie.
It's all on like Donkey Kong. Well done, number 10, putting the body on the line. Stop an opportunity of a touchdown. There's pass 1. Here's pass 2. Footwork is good. Grounding is good. And even that whistle's brilliant. So good touchdown there from Tamaki College. Gives them a little bit more breathing space with a scoreline of 7-3 with just under 3 minutes to go. Nice footwork there by number 19. Touch number 1. One more touch to go. 18. Looks to the back into that corner.
Yeah. Great vision there, like running away from the player, still seeing him in the corner, being able to get that ball away. Didn't quite go to hand to get the dot down, but that's been, James Cook have been just like that the whole game. They've been right there, just unfortunately haven't executed some of them. Tamaki probably higher percentage in this, throws the quarterback. That was a bullet going length of the field, Georgie.
Yeah, she had nothing else. The defence was too tight there. She had to power that one and hope for something. Great defence there by James Cook, and into the corner. Pass is held on to pass 1, pass 2. Look back to the corner. Referee should be happy with this one. And
yeah,
he is.
Great interchange of passing there. Very quick. Caught the defence in 2 minds. Had to go to a player and then opened that up space there. So now pressure by James Cook. Excellent work. 1 touch. Oh, dropped the ball. Quick turnover. James Cook could capitalise here and get back in the game, Georgie.
Yeah, and what I like to see in this, what I'm liking and seeing in this game is the 1-2-3, which you don't usually see that by players until they've been playing for a few years. Usually it's just a 1-2, but with the 3-pass combo, it's doing well for James Cook at the moment. We've got a touch number 1. James Cook with another opportunity to attack the active zone. Looking in the tight area there. Oh, there's a flick on. Nice little pass into the corner. Nice movement of the shoulders to shift away from the toucher who was outreached. Lunging towards her and manages to get it underneath. Here we have 5-7. That's the score line their last round robin was.
Are we seeing the tide turn, Georgie? Is the pressure coming on? Can Tamaki hold it up? Just under a minute to go. Got a player down in behind the active zone. Good open space, created space, looking to go there now. Good pass, another pass. Oh, second touch, great cover defence by Tamaki, shut that one down.
James Cook have to put the pressure on now, just man up and press them to get the quick turnovers. They can't afford to give any seconds away. Allow Tamaki to have the ball in hand. Here we go, they need to pounce on this ball with 24 seconds to go in this game. Here we go. Movement.
Oh, intercept.
Well spotted there by Harley Ward, just working within that 2 metre radius. But it could be too little too late. Oh, nice intercept. Great defence to be in.
Yeah, Tamaki putting all the defensive focus now. We've got that 2-point buffer. Just need to hold out. James Cook, we're trying to get that final one. Flick in. They'll offside call by the referee. Nullifies that.
Yeah, Harley Ward's had enough of that one. Doesn't call the penalty. Stops the game there. The scoreline is 5-7. What a beautiful game. It's a repeat of the last round when they played each other before, but the better team won on the day. Great second half by James Cook, but too good, too strong today. Tamaki College. Well done.
Yeah, I think, look, both teams, their skill sets were high. Absolutely matching each other. I think, Georgie, in that one, from my eyes, just came down to a little bit of execution, a high level of execution by Tamaki. But, boy, I'm just amazed at the skill sets that are on show out here. But look at this, the smiles, doesn't matter. Yes, someone's got to win and someone's got to lose in these ones, but look at that, the enjoyment. James Cook looked just as excited over there, laughing, joking. Awesome day out for these teams.
Yeah, Grant, and when you come to these games, they probably did about 5 beat tests within there. And when was the last time you saw people smiling when they did a beat test? So for your coaches out there, get into this game. You'll have your children playing it and smiling at the same time. Their work rates are up there. If you put a heart rate monitor, these girls will be feeling it. And who will be feeling it today is Tamaki College, who takes the title for the Secondary Girls 2021. There it is. Turbo Touch. Play it, love it. Ina iwi, ina mana, ina haue wha, o te ao. Everyone around the world watching here on live stream, welcome to the 2021 Turbo Touch Secondary Nationals. It's great to be here. We're here in Tamaki Makaurau, the Trust Arena out at West Stadium, and I'm just getting the updates of our games, man. It's been exciting. It's been beta buzzers all day. We had a mixed grand final that took us to overtime, and we just had an exciting girls final which went to 5-7 to Tamaki College. Now we're coming up to the big one, but we need to know the rules, and I'm here with Ike Tapina Wilson. Talk us through it, mate.
Right, so in Turbo Touch you get to restart every play by tapping the ball. Release it, move it with the foot, pick it up. We can pass the ball in any direction, and you need to do 2 passes before you can affect any touchdowns. 2 touches instead of 6 before we hand it over, and on defense you're expected to give 2 meters and or 2 seconds to the player making the tap.
And that's it, mate, and here's a little outline of the field. How does that work, Ike?
So we have only 1 active zone in play at a time, so the attacking team will be attacking a zone. That'll be active. Nobody is allowed in it during that play.
Oh, nice. So we can run through the inactive zone, but we can't go in the active zone. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And when we want to score, what do?
Just like touch, we push the ball into the ground under control.
Yep, as long as our feet aren't in there, right?
Correct.
Very, very good. And that's a quick briefing. How easy? 2 meters, 2 seconds, 2 passes, too easy. Too cool, too meke. And here we go for the big grand final. As I get the paperwork here, Ike, can you talk us through who is going to be in the grand final today?
So we've got 2 teams that I have not seen play today, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how they match up. We've got Marcelin College, and what colour is that? So we've got Marcelin College playing versus Aorere. We've got Marcelin versus Aorere today.
Nice work. There we have it on your screen. Marcelin College taking on Aorere College. And it's going to be a showstopper. For anything we've seen is exciting stuff throughout the last 2 games. And if that's anything to go by, this is going to be a boomer.
And so now we've got the referees out in the middle of the court. They're just getting the captains together so we can get this game underway, figure out who's going to be taking the tap.
Oh, just getting the official business all sorted there. And I'm not too sure who won the toss, but it's great to be here, Ike. We flew in this morning from Wellington to be a part of this great event here in Auckland. For those that don't know, I'm lucky enough to be here in the commentary box with Ike Tapina Wilson. No stranger to this game of about 15 years ago, my friend. One of the founding members of creating this product that we have here today. That's one of the most utilised sports in the college system when it comes to unit standards, that type of stuff. We've got a world champs, we've got a national champs, It's used in primary schools. How good does that feel for you, my friend?
Makes you pretty proud to be able to come down and see kids this fast, this skillful, pick up the game, learn it really, really, really well, and just effect really fast, competitive games for us to watch.
Here we go, and the action is ready. So we start off with a tap at the back of the active zone to get the game started. We need 2 passes to open up the play. Straight away with a flick on, ball goes to ground. Aorere defense too strong for the first few seconds. Let's see if they can keep that up. It's a long way to go. So great start by Aorere, ball in hand. Quick tap, looking for 2 passes. There's number 1. Okay, it's a slightly hang-off defense approach by Marcelin.
Yeah, Marcelin have got a very, very structured approach to how they're managing their defense.
Nice movement there by Aorere.
Aorere have got lots of movement, all right. Asking questions of the defense, 4 players in movement off the ball carrier means that the defense have to read every single player correctly to avoid any sort of a mismatch or overlap. So we've got Aorere with the ball again. Marcelin are pushing forward and have effected a turnover, and here they go. Quick transition, but strong defense by Aorere, bringing it back up the court. And I like how the ball carrier is able to hold the lead defender off, gives them heaps of time, gives them to find an option, keep looking back, laying it off when they need to, doing reps when they need to.
Yeah, let's go back to this defense by Marcelin College. It's a nice passive sort of style where they're not putting too much pressure. They don't mind Aorere having the ball in hand because they're backing their defense because they can cover space really well. Aorere got good movement, just taking their time and placement. It's been a real structured approach towards the start of this game. Here we go.
Marcelin with a great pass into the end zone, just called for a touch and pass. Aorere with some really good cover defense. So that was the first time we saw Marcelin go into the attacking half with the ball. So now they've got a fresh set. They'll be able to bring it in nice and early. Really good to see how they go with this.
Yeah, Nana's on the money, and the referee there with the blowing up the whistle. Sees the offside play there by the attacker, stepping in the active zone. Aorere, there's a bit of debate here, actually.
Marcelin ball.
Okay, Marcelin now have the ball. 1 pass, looking for 2. Play is now open, good footwork.
Create an overlap at the top of the field. Good defense by Aorere to stop the pass. Very composed by Marcelin. They're happy just to make Aorere work on defense. And we've had a touch called by the referees. Marcelin will send the ball back to halfway. They'll put their players in movement again to try and get a mismatch, but Aorere are numbering up really, really well. Some nice wraps around halfway by Marcelin. Long pass to the corner. Close call. We've got touch won by the referees. Marcelin send it back to halfway. So when they send it back to halfway, they're dragging the Aorere defense forward to create holes in the middle. And Aorere's defense really fast, covering everything Marcelin have done so far. Marcelin keep pressing the attack. Really composed play. They can really hold that ball at halfway so well. And Aorere have defenders in the right place to stop the touchdown. We've got touch 1. Marcelin taking the tap. Back it goes to halfway again. 2. Good touch by Aorere. They get the turnover, and now they can put their attack into gear. Right. Already got a receiver down behind the active zone. Let's see if they can link up. First touch called. Old Eddie now will look to bring it back, draw out the Marcelin defenders. There we go, movement starts. Half a gap created, nearly scored back down in the active zone. Very, very close. Really good communication on defense by both teams. Old Eddie in particular. Always know who they've got. Marcelin had to play really well and get a really strong pass through the middle there to get to that open player and score. Good touchdown.
Yeah, it looks like it's been 6 minutes into this game, and that's their first touchdown for Marcelin. It's been great defensive game, well structured, quite passive in defensive approaches where defenders are hanging off, knowing they still have their man, which is taking time away from the game, but giving time to the attackers at the same time. Here we go, Marcelin with the ball in hand, looking with 1-2 passes. There's one in the backcourt, nice tight defense there by Aorere. Takes number 1, looking for touch number 2. Nice movement, playing in the backcourt now, over the top, looks back to the corner. Good defense by number 9, readjusting, hitting the back line there. Aorere look like they have possession. Marcelin looks like they'll take that same approach where they'll man up, but they'll keep a slightly 5 metre distance on their defensive marker, or the attacking player. There we go, nice movement there, down the trim lines. Aorere takes touch number 1. Here we go with the movement. Once again, Aorere opens it up with 2 passes. Marcelin working along the back. Referee not happy with the play of the ball that time. So make sure there's a correct tap. Just like touch rugby, you want to put the ball on the ground, move it with your foot and regather it cleanly. So sometimes they go for speed and sometimes they don't release from the hand or they bounce it on the ground.
That ball was touched in flight. Marcelin will get another set of 2. Old Eddie haven't quite realised that that's what the case was, but the referees have really called that accurately. Great intercept by Old Eddie. They'll take it up court very fast. Marcelin needs to react really quickly. Unfortunate with the footwork. The receiver had to do so many things at once to make that touchdown work, and did probably everything bar one thing perfectly.
There must have been a sniff of paint on that toe. Maybe a little bit on that toe jam. Here we go, down into the corner. Let's have another look at this one. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Just leaked in slightly, pulled it back. And Nana, beautiful eyes to see that one. Got past me. Old Eddie with the ball. Nice switch play defense there. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The last hooter taking us into half time with a scoreline of 1-0 for Marcelini, taking it over Aorere. If you were a fly on the wall, Ike, what would you be saying in the Aorere box?
Aorere are doing so much well on the field. They're playing really close defense. Their attack is really fast and asking lots of questions of Marcelin. They play very similar styles, it seems. They're both happy to bring the ball back to halfway, create lots of movement with the 4 players off the ball to try and confuse the defense. And it just seems to be that the team that gets one of those players, reads one of those players wrong, is the one that leaves the mismatch, and then it just comes down to how good a pass they can thread through to that player. So.
Yeah, and I'll agree with you totally there. It looked like Aorere were the dominant team for the entire first half, but a couple of sniffs there for Marcelin in regards they're very patient. They don't mind waiting for those opportunities. They got one sniff, took it, and there's a scoreline of 1-0 just like that. They look like they were on their back foot for the whole game, but they're up on the scoreboard. So let's see what the second half, be interested to see what Aorere come out with this half, if they're going to move it a lot more, use their bench a lot more to keep the pace high and the transition well.
Now these two teams met in the round robin, I understand, and I didn't see the game, but they drew. So this will be the bragging rights final for the both of them to see who was actually the better team on the day.
Quite a different contrast to the last 2 finals that we had before this, where Jingers, the mixed one, wow, that was for Hal Leather. Just pass, quick transition, skill level, amazing. The speed of the game, the accuracy of the passes was phenomenal. And coming down to a drop-off, scoring just before the hooter, and then in overtime, Manurewa taking the win. Then going to a female game with 5-7 scoreline with a nice little battle there, nice tight defense. And here we got a new structure where it's nice and passive, slow movement, just hunting for those little sniff opportunities. Let's see what we have in the second half. Ike.
And we've got Aotearoa taking the tap. They'll open the play up straight away and start coming down this sideline with the ball. Pass to the open field. 2 players open. Nobody covers the ball runner. Good touchdown. Aotearoa straight back in it.
And if you ever want to start the half well, that is how you do it. One apiece. We're back to an even playing field after a matter of 10 seconds. Here we go. Nice tight work in the corner there. Marcial. Touch number 1, is it?
No,
Let's just verify. Touch 2.
I think we've got a ball to ground.
Ball to ground.
Yep. So Aotearoa get to bring it back out. Given their first pass, that makes it open. Good cover by Marcelin to stop the touchdown for Aotearoa. 2 passes makes it open now. Aotearoa moving around, asking questions of Marcelin. They're closing on the ball carrier as quickly as they get open. Lots of reps, lots of movement on the inside, just trying to drag players out of position, because if they don't follow, then that means they're unmarked straight away and the pass will follow into that player's hands. But they're not afraid to just hold the ball, and the defense doesn't feel the need to rush them. 2 very similar styles on both attack and defense. Aotearoa with another nice wrap, goes to the side. Looking for his receivers around the baseline. Nothing there for him. Goes back. Touch 2 back at halfway.
There we go. I'll talk about it once again. Very passive style game. Just moving chess pieces around and getting ready for an attack move. There we go. Marcelin, beautiful play. How was his feet at the back? Yeah, didn't look too good. No touchdown. You can tell this is a slower game to what they're used to. I've never seen so many substitutions ready to jump onto the court. Usually they're sucking in the fat ones of oxygen, but they're all ready to go because of the medium pace level of this game. Passes have been crisp, hitting the mark 9 times out of 10. And defense has been there 9 times out of 10. Nice movement.
And the danger both these teams pose is that even though they are running, they're exploring the defense with their attacking players at about a medium pace. As soon as there's an open opportunity, it goes full speed and converts so quickly.
And that comes back to their ability and their skill level, their agility, the accuracy in passing. You can see they've all got it here. We've got provincial basketballers out there, rugby league players. We've got powerlifters, and we've got 100-metre sprinters that are playing out there in this grand final. So, skill to burn. It looks like they've got some smarts as well.
Just seen an offside by Marcelin down in the active zone, so we've got the ball given to Aotearoa. They'll get a let-off on defence. And we can probably expect a similar sort of attack where they will start moving the ball around. They'll make sure the defense is numbering up properly. If they're not, it'll be a very quick attack into that area. Press down just short of the active zone. Aotearoa's ball. Sorry, Marcelin's ball. Ball to ground.
Marcelin's just asking there, did I really try and catch it with my head? Or was it our ball? And it definitely was their ball. And talking about their ball.
What a touchdown. One of those.
Something out of nothing. And we talked about just taking those opportunities. Here we go. Off one player, onto the other player, back into his hand. Looks to pass, dummies him, and goes to the corner. I think Aotearoa were looking at, was that open or not? 2 passes?
Yes.
But remember, on an intercept, open straight away.
And I like that little dummy he did just at the end. It was just enough to make the defender hang off and think that there was a supporting player out wide. And gave him enough time to go in the corner.
And it happened in the first half. The dominant team, Aorere, were down on the scoreboard, and it looks like it's happening again.
Marcellin, long ball to an unmarked receiver, just short of where it needed to be. What a great option to take. These players, they often have less than a second to see a player moving quickly into that space, and then in that they've got to load their pass, fire it as accurately as possible, and get it right on the spot that'll give the touchdown.
Yeah, good call, good eyes-up vision there. Being able to get it to that corner, unfortunately didn't quite have the legs to get there. Marcellin with the ball once again with a scoreline of 2-1 with 2.5 minutes to go. Anything can happen. Looks like it could be a recount of Aorere.
Yeah, we play a very simple ruling there. When the ball is uncontrolled like that and bouncing around, the first player to make it uncontrolled is the one that causes the infringement. So even if Marcellin make another play at it and they drop it, the ball goes back to them.
A little bit different if it was fighting, right? They're both in the wrong. But you don't see that here today because it's all about Awhi. Everyone's supporting the kaupapa here and demonstrating what they'll like to see in their families, within their homes, and within all these sports with their young tamariki.
Marcellin did their play so well. They dragged the Aorere defenders right back over halfway, almost halfway back to their own touchdown zone before exploiting the gap in the middle of the field.
And if he got to keep that ball up, give it a bit more height, it could have been Aorere down the other end of the court. Aorere being patient once again with 1.5 minutes to go. Might be time just to put a little bit more press defense into play. Nice touch there at the back of the heel. Marcellin with one more touch to go. Nice movement from the back court to the front court. Just holding the ball, probing slowly.
So much movement around that active zone by the Marcellin receivers. The Aorere defenders are just closing down everywhere they go. At the right times. Touch call.
There was a penalty offence earlier on. May have been a touch and pass. I didn't quite catch it, but it brought up the court with 35 seconds to go. 2-1 in this game. Aorere need to bring something to the party.
Marcellin, close defence, making it hard for Aorere to get the ball cleanly. And Marcellin get the ball and bring it out. Had the first touch. Again, they're not afraid to run out the clock with it. They're not afraid to use the time.
Here it goes. Got mismatches left, right and centre here. Numbering wise. Oh, here we go. Could be the last play of the game.
Marcellin know what the clock looks. Have seen the clock.
Happy to hold on to the play. Nice little cheeky one. Tries to get a touchdown from without doing any passes.
Yes. and still nearly got it in.
Hey, Ike, what a game. It's good to see some contrasting styles being played here in the men's grand final of the secondary school. What a beautiful defensive game and structures there by Marcellin taking on Aorere. Aorere would look like they had attack to burn, but when it come down to taking a sniff, Marcellini got those two in there and take the title 2-1. What do you think, Ike?
Two really similar styles on the field, on the court today. Both teams matched up evenly in the round robin and then come to the grand final, only 1 point separating them. I thought they did. I thought they played an amazing game of turbo touch, really skillful, really fast, highly accurate, really good game to watch. Great game to watch, and it was played in good spirit. The fair play was promoted right throughout the tournament, and it's great to see that held right through to the finals and the big matches. And Marcellin College are very happy, very stoked to take the title for 2021
Turbo Touch champions. They'll be proud of that one, taking it back to the school, bragging rights for one whole year. We'll see you back here on the Same Bat channel in 2022. Looking forward to some more new teams coming to be a part of the sport. Turbo Touch.
Play it, love it.